While international news cycles often focus on the front lines, the reality of 5 years of war in Ukraine runs much deeper. Since the escalation, the landscape of the nation has been fundamentally altered. We are looking at a period that spans from the initial 2014 tensions to the massive 2022 invasion, creating a legacy of resilience. Today, over 14 million people have been displaced, and roughly 20% of the territory remains contested. This isn't just a military report. It is an examination of how a modern state survives under the most extreme pressure imaginable, reshaping its identity and infrastructure in the heat of battle.
One of the least discussed aspects of this conflict is the systematic targeting of civilian infrastructure. Ukraine has endured over 4,000 grid attacks, yet the lights stay on. This resilience is driven by a massive transition to renewables and decentralized power sources. Engineers have achieved a staggering 90% power restoration speed in critical zones, often working under fire. This energy war has forced Ukraine to leapfrog decades of traditional utility management, creating one of the most resilient and modular power grids in Europe. It is a story of technical ingenuity that serves as a blueprint for the future of global energy security. Innovation has become a survival mechanism. Ukraine has seen the emergence of over 200 new drone startups in just a few years, transforming the country into a global hub for autonomous technology. These aren't just military tools. They represent a leap in AI-integrated targeting and logistics. Simultaneously, the DIA app has digitized the state, allowing citizens to access 100% of government services via smartphone, even during blackouts. This fusion of defense tech and digital governments has created a startup nation atmosphere within a war zone, proving that intellectual capital is as vital as physical ammunition in modern warfare.
The economic impact of the war is profound, but not entirely what you might expect. While traditional heavy industries have suffered, with steel production down by 70%, other sectors are thriving. IT exports actually rose by 15% during the height of the conflict, as the workforce moved to remote, global-facing roles. Agriculture has also seen a massive logistics shift, moving from seaports to complex land-based routes. This economic pivot demonstrates a move away from the post-Soviet industrial model toward a more agile, service-oriented economy that is increasingly integrated with the European Union's single market.
Beyond the government and the military, the true backbone of Ukraine is its civil society. Statistics show an incredible 80% volunteer participation rate among the adult population. From crowd-funded logistics for medical supplies to decentralized aid hubs in every village, the social fabric has tightened. These networks operate with a speed and efficiency that traditional NGOs often struggle to match. This grassroots mobilization has not only sustained the war effort, but has also deepened democratic participation, as local communities take direct responsibility for their own governance and survival, creating a permanent shift in the nation's civic culture. One of the most devastating and least reported consequences of the war is the environmental destruction, often termed ecocide. Currently, 30% of Ukrainian land is estimated to be mined, making it the most heavily mined country in the world. The environmental damage is valued at over $50 billion, including the catastrophic Kakhovka Dam impact, which destroyed entire ecosystems. This toxic legacy will take decades to remediate. The destruction of forests, the contamination of water tables, and the loss of biodiversity are silent casualties that will affect European public health and food security for generations to come. Looking forward, the conversation is shifting from survival to reconstruction. Ukraine is already implementing EU accession reforms even as the conflict continues. The government's 10-year recovery plan focuses on building back better, prioritizing green energy and digital transparency. International partnerships are moving beyond humanitarian aid into long-term investment. This is the story of a nation that refused to be a victim, instead choosing to become a laboratory for the 21st century's most advanced social and technological solutions. The 5-year mark is not just a reminder of loss, but a testament to an unbreakable will to progress.